Excellent.
So we got somebody named Yiddle claiming that they took or taking credit for that. I don't know if that's true, but a 20-second Google search gave me the person's name of Yiddle. Hi, Internet. How are
Hi,
you?
Internet. Thanks for sharing that image.
Absolutely. Share that image. It is glorious. Gonna load up the chat. My chat is loaded.
All right, popping out the chat so that I can close the video so I don't have the echo.
Echo,
I guess it's
echo.
currently muted, but that's fine.
You
There's
don't want to
that.
hit the hidden hotkey to unmute it?
No.
Because I'm sure that's existed. I'm sure that exists somewhere. Oh, it's been an interesting week, Jess.
Well, less interesting than last week, I hope.
Yes, significantly. Just
That's good.
exhausting. I spent literally all day Friday doing managerial and director things. It's weird. Like
Wow.
meetings and salespeople all day. Because
Ugh.
my immediate boss, the one who he didn't promote me, his brother, the owner of the company, promoted me. And my boss is like, I didn't bring him in here for that, but he has the skills for it and it makes less work for me. So fuck it. He's the man. And
You're the man now, dog.
and freaking he's like, yep, so I have sales calls that I have to be on, but I'm not going to be on them because you're going to be on them. Jesus. Okay. But yes, family and health wise, everything is actually going pretty good. No hospitalizations last week.
Excellent. Excellent news.
Um, have you ever had a drink called a clarified milk punch?
I feel like I've had something called a milk punch, but I don't know about a clarified milk punch.
So Alton Brown on Good Eats made a clarified milk punch, and it sounds like the best thing ever. The issue is, I was gonna make some for Christmas party, and except for the fact that it takes 15 days to make.
Holy Lord. Wow. You really got to commit
Yeah,
and
man.
hope that it turns out.
Right?
Do you spend 15 days on it?
Because you make a
How do they
rum
close
dram.
that?
You make a rum dram, which takes the 15 days. Um, which is rum with allspice and cinnamon. And apparently that alone tastes like a Christmas kick to the nose. According to Alden Brown. I love his very scientific descriptors of things.
Always. Do you ever
um,
watch Hot Ones?
hot ones.
The YouTube
No.
show with they eat the hot wings and interview celebrities?
No.
Oh, they had Alton Brown on one, and normally like every celebrity, most of them don't even finish because they just get too hot. Like, they just can't handle it because like it starts at like a Scoville scale of 1,000 and finishes the last wing is a 2,000,000 Scoville scale.
Oh, Jesus.
So it's like super intense. But Alton Brown got on and he went down the line and like didn't even break a sweat. Like holy.
That man's from Georgia. He can take them hot wings.
But then he like ordered he ranked them. He's like, this one's really good. This one's got a nice flavor. It's like this one's garbage. I'm throwing it in the garbage. He throws it in the garbage. But no, it was amazing. And then the one with Gordon Ramsay. Holy cow!
Oh man.
He cannot handle the heat, and he cussed so much.
What? Gordon Ramsay swear? No.
So much cursing. And
No.
Scarlett Johansson cried, but
Oh.
it's like I'm scared. Hold my hand. But she did it. She did it. Shaq did not finish, but Scarlett Johansson did.
Huh. They started showing previews of Hawkeye, the Hawkeye series, and man, I am just losing more interest in that every moment.
Just so out that you can't even stand it.
I mean, I'll watch at least 3 episodes of it for this, but I mean, secretly, I'm kind of hoping that it premieres over the summer so I don't have to watch it.
Cool. That's fair.
I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. I want to see more. I want to see WandaVision. What they're going to do with that? That'll be interesting.
Yeah, that sounds weird.
It does. Ugh. But no, with the clarified milk punch, you make tea and mix tea with ruby port and this rum dram, and then you let that sit for an additional 2 days. And by time that comes up, you have the milk curds at the bottom, and you strain out the milk curds and let the stuff drain into the actual cup. And when it comes out of there, it looks like freaking non-sparkly prosecco.
Neat.
And apparently, it tastes like silk.
Sounds delicious.
So I might have to make some for the New Year's Eve streamathon.
Speaking of delicious, are you familiar with Kraken rum?
Yes.
So I found out today there is now a limited edition dark roast coffee Kraken rum.
Oh my god.
And I need to find it immediately.
Hold on.
Yeah, it's
Coffee
called
crack.
I think it's Kraken dark roast, I think is what it's called. Oh yeah, there it is.
This requires searching. Kraken black spiced rum, no. Kraken black roast coffee rum.
Black roast, that's right. Not dark roast, black roast.
Because it's black. Yes, I'm over 21. Where can buy?
Where can I get this magic?
Find near me.
Choose a flavor. I already chose the flavor.
Right? Black roast. 3377 rare. Uh-huh. Ooh.
Okay, they have it at the ABC store. Good to know.
Do they have it in my ABC store?
Pre-spend, pre-spend that Christmas money.
They have it at the Winn-Dixie.
Oh, that's right. You're in Florida. Your grocery stores can sell liquor.
There's a place right around the corner from me called Beverage House. I don't know what Beverage House is.
I'm guessing it's a house that sells beverages.
That is my guess.
Just a hunch.
There's a 5-star rating on Yelp. And cool. It looks less shady than the other liquor stores around here.
Right on.
I mean, that's definitely a selling point.
That is a very big selling point.
When
I just make sure to go during daylight hours. That's all.
I mean, again, I live in Florida. That doesn't mean shit here.
This is true.
Somebody's still likely to come in and literally eat my face.
Yes, or throw an alligator at you.
Yes, more people have been more people in the last decade have had their face bitten than people have been struck by lightning in Florida. This is an actual statement.
Are you ready to start?
I don't know. We got talking about alcohol.
I know, we got distracted.
Alcohol, the cause and solution of all of life's problems. Okay, I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna record this button, hitting the button. Okay, we are recording. Zoom's recording. OBS is recording. We're on Twitch. We are live from New York City. It's Saturday night or something. We're gonna do. Nope, I have to remove the pre-show text because I am a professional. Ha. That's why it's called post-show. All right, doing the thing in 3, 2, 1.
You are listening to a podcast of the Geek.io Media Network. For all of our shows and more, visit geek-io.net. And to help support the network, head over to patreon.com/geekio.
This is S4, bringing you the best in water cooler geekery for over a century of episodes. The following podcast contains spoilers for the TV shows covered, and incredibly bad language, and the use of incredibly bad language to spoil TV shows. If this is something you're into, then welcome to the one, the only, the Small Screen Spoiler Show.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, that is correct. This is the one and the only small screen spoiler show. I know because I made the show and I checked before I made it. This is episode number 111. I am CJ, Voluminous Mutton Shop's boat. I don't have Voluminous Mutton Shop, but they might be.
You should.
I should. No, I can't. I can't rock mutton chops.
Neither can I. That's why I only have this.
Yeah, like this is as far as I can rock. I've tried the entire beard thing and it just doesn't work for me.
No, mine's all patchy in here.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Like I get like really weird or along the sideburns, and then like down here it just like gets all weird and matty and gross.
Yeah, I can
Audio
definitely
listeners-
grow I can grow a neck beard.
Oh yeah, no, if I don't shave, it's gonna grow. It's just gonna be gross.
But a cool beard I can't.
Right.
Neck
Yeah, so-
beard I can't.
Thank you, Katie. That's why I still have my goatee from the 90s. Oh, and that man, of course, is Jared. Oof. Spoiler alert. As a veto.
Oof. Oof.
Oh.
Spoiler alert.
Oh yeah. Oof.
Oof.
Oof. Spoiler alert.
I'm so glad that they managed to get him back. But
Right.
more on that soon.
We're getting all of our prayers answered for all of our shows, Jess.
I really didn't think he'd be back, but
Me either.
they got him for a day.
Yep, he came from whatever he's doing to just drop by for 5 minutes and record this scene, throw on that mustache and leave.
Put on the wig and the mustache.
Yep.
Shoot a scene and GTFO.
Take a picture and watch it probably get 3D like printed onto the cardboard in front of him and probably be weirded out. I'd be weirded out. You know who else would be weirded out?
Beach towel.
Our third invisible chair, Daryl something with bones in it, or I wasn't a stormtrooper, wise ass, or you had me at beer, Shaler.
Too many good choices. So he got
Too-
3
You got 3.
because he deserves them.
He does. He's not feeling good, so he gets 3 nicknames. What are we talking about tonight?
I don't know, but he did like my tweet, so maybe he'll show up in the chat.
Maybe.
Come on, Daryl.
He is the only person. He is the only person who does not live in my house that has an open invitation to come in whenever he wants to.
Cool. Come on in. All right. Well, tonight we're going to talk about Mr. Robot, Season 4, Episode 10, Gone. Supergirl, Season 5, Episode 9. Batwoman, Episode 9. And Flash, Episode 9, which is the Crisis on Infinite Earths, Parts 1, 2, and 3.
Yay!
Then we're going to talk about The Mandalorian, Episode 4, 5, and 6, Sanctuary, The Gunslinger, and The Prisoner.
Indeed. But before we get to
Daryl's on YouTube.
Yay, Daryl on YouTube.
Come into the
one-
Twitch chat. Come on.
He shows up in YouTube. All right,
That
good.
one guy on YouTube. It's
Yep.
always Daryl.
It's always Daryl. All right, we podcast listeners, you, my friends, we will be right back here right after these short messages. Remember to support our sponsors. We love you. Be right back. Stay tuned. Drink a cover. All right. And we're back. If you want an ad-free experience, make sure you tune in Mondays at 10 p.m. Eastern over twitch.tv/geekio show or youtube.com/geekio show, or pretty much anywhere that you type in geekio show. We'll have a link to somewhere where you can watch us live and you don't get ads there. Or you can support
Or
us
do
on
you?
Patreon.
You don't.
I don't make you have ads there.
You don't.
I could.
Unless
I don't.
we don't. Promise.
Also, you can support us over on Patreon at patreon.com/geekio, where you get an ad-free master feed of all of our cool stuff. Should we talk about Mr. Robot?
Let's.
All right.
Mr. Robot Episode 10. The Deus Group has been exposed and all their money taken, so the good guys have won, and naturally we open on scenes of celebration and joy. Now we get to spend some time with Dom, who's getting over getting stabbed in the lung. It's a bit of a justifiable downer before some good stuff happens. The gang redistributes the wealth they stole to everyone with an eCoin wallet, resulting in a lot of really, really bad extra acting. Dom and Darlene go on the run together to escape the Dark Army, only to discover that they're no longer on their radar. Thanks, of course, to a totally accidental run-in with the guy we last saw chopping someone to death with an axe. Apparently that book he was writing got published extremely quickly. And you remember how he was in those Ant-Man movies? They've kind of been ruined for me now. Anyway, this all too brief episode ends on a scene right out of every romantic comedy, right down to running through the airport as the music swells as our destined couples vacillate on whether they want to get on the plane or not, all while forgetting they have fucking cell phones.
To be fair, Darlene was having a massive panic attack.
Yes, she was. And, they may have been going dark at the moment. But anyway, no, I can go ahead and get to this point.
Yes.
Like, it got to the end and they were doing the running to the airport thing. I was like, really? We're going to do the, romantic comedy? We're going to, oh, no, we changed our mind. And then we meet at the airplane and hug and everything's happy. And, oh, no, they missed.
Nope. Yep.
We're not going to get the little happy thing. But instead, we're going to give you this moment where Dom finally gets her rest that she's been needing for so long.
She
has
sleeps
a peaceful sleep. And
with the guy who killed her boss right in front of her book.
yes, she sleeps with his book in her lap. Well, I'm stuck on this plane to Budapest. Might as well read this book that I was forced to buy.
Yeah, Dick move, Barney Carnivale.
Barney Carnivale?
Yes, it's his lesser known brother.
Lesser known Carnivale?
Yes.
I thought he was in the Mandalorian.
Yeah, so
and hold on, and Dom got sleep, and then Darlene, worked through her panic attack and took care of herself, which they had set up earlier. So it was a different ending. It wasn't quite what the tropey thing. They subverted it a little bit, but
I'm very glad that they did. Even though I would love to have seen them get the rom-com happy ending, that's not this show.
No, it's not this show.
And I'm glad that they're not trying to make it this show.
And I didn't feel like it was a downer either. Like, I felt like this one was more of a
he said a well-deserved downer at the beginning of the episode. The beginning of the episode was very much so a downer.
Yeah, it was a downer.
Until Darlene showed up in the apartment, like that's when it took off. But that first 5 or so minutes were, oof, this is dark. She is really just losing herself.
Yeah, poor Dom. Can't see her family because she was
implicit in the Dark Army uprising.
Yeah, because they were threatening to kill her family and her, and then they stabbed her. But she clearly was cooperating and told them everything they wanted to know, but they understandably don't quite trust her yet.
Yeah, no. I get that. They are correct on that one because
hey, this show has consequences like in the real world.
Exactly. I am happy though that Dom got an ending.
Yeah, and I thought it was a good ending.
It was.
And they do have cell phones and email,
Yeah.
and they'll get back together. It's fine. Even though
For-
they missed a little cross there. But
for her, this is probably the best ending that the show would allow her.
yeah,
Like she
a
is
moment
happy.
of peace.
Yeah,
She
in
did
this
something
moment,
for herself.
yes, in this moment she is happy, and that is the best that you can get in this show. Though Joey Badass came back too.
Yeah, that was the turning point for me from downer
Oh
to
yeah.
super fan.
Oh
Because we
yeah.
finally got what we've been wanting from him.
Just
Leon.
yes.
You think Leon's my real name? I gotta go steal a mirror. What? You never
He's
read
just-
Vonnegut? Man. What's wrong with America today?
He's just so fantastic. Oh my god, I love him so much.
He's a fantastic character. And when she walks into the hotel, oh dear lord. Oh, hey, what's up? Are you gonna hurt me? No,
We
why would I do
met?
that? Have we met? Yeah. Last time I saw you, you shot 4 people in a barn.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah. Yeah, cool. Cool. While he's watching Land Before Time on TV.
Yup. Oh my god. Also, again, another subtle time reference in this episode.
So many time references. Ran out of
No.
time.
No. Though he did say, to be fair, he did tell Darlene, I'll see you next episode. So
He did.
that was
He
a
did
direct
say that.
quote.
For,
I
adventures
almost
and whatnot.
right. I almost watched the next episode. I almost did. And I'm like, I had to actively stop myself. And that's when I turned on Good Eats.
Must distract with something else.
Yeah.
But hey,
Something
we
like
only
I
got
was-
3 episodes left, so they gave us this nice little bottle
Yep.
episode. Get a moment to celebrate.
Yep, clean up the some of the strings. You know, snip the Dark Army string, at least the Dark Army towards Darlene and
And
Dom.
I've seen much worse extra acting. Daryl.
Oh yes,
So much worse. I mean,
No,
granted, this was not great.
it was pretty bad. It was pretty terrible.
It was bad, but go watch some old Star Trek episodes. See just random people just like spazzing out in the background,
Right?
turning an invisible dial on the wall. That guy's my hero.
Right, for real.
Or go watch Jaws.
Oh my
Watch
god.
the background.
Like any of the older movies, just man, they have some real bad extra acting. But I appreciate them for having it.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Also, that rum that you linked earlier is 66.6 proof. Nice.
Wow. Drink it slowly.
Yeah, for real.
Sip it.
Yeah, that is a savoring drink.
All right, so yeah, they got Bobby Cannavale for a day.
Yep, and Barney.
And Barney?
And Barney Cannavale.
Oh, Barney. Right. Just go ahead and put that in there before I forget.
Yeah, got him for a day. I have a feeling that Leon's gonna play a bigger part in the last couple of episodes.
Probably, since he's offered to work with them, and he's just great.
I am glad that we don't have the sort of Damocles of the Dark Army hanging over it. So now it's just White Rose
Yes.
to deal with.
No, she was trying to tell Dom who she was.
Yep,
The dresses.
the dresses. I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. It was very much so a heading into the absolute end game.
It was a
could've-
nice. Sorry.
It was a nice breather.
It was a nice breather. Like after like the last 4 or 5 like super intense episodes, just kind of a lighter one.
Right, and it still did plot,
And it was still
progressed
tense too, because
yeah.
like the whole episode, you're like, why are they out in the open? They shouldn't be out in the open.
Right?
I know this is a rest stop in Boston, but still. And Bobby Cannavale shows up on accident.
Totally on
Mm.
accident. Totally on accident. I'm sure there was nothing planned there.
And while I'm not 100% believing him that the Dark Army doesn't care about them anymore, there's some merit to that.
Yeah.
We got bigger things to deal with than you two, so we don't care. Whatever.
Also, their money went away. So
Yeah, so they don't have this many hired hands anymore.
right.
And he probably got that book published really fast because, Dark
'Cause-
Army.
Yeah, because of the money.
Because he's got all the connections.
Yeah.
He can get things published real fast.
And almost literally all of the money in the world. So
Hey, and we got a payoff that he finished his novel. So
yeah, exactly. His story got completed.
he did. We completed the arc. It's like,
Beach towel.
you're gonna hurt me? Why would I do that? Last time I saw you, you killed my boss with an axe. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was fun. Anyway, let me sign a copy of this for you.
You still have to pay for that. She still has to pay for that.
Just the nonchalantness. It was great.
Oh my god. If you're gonna bring back a person for a 2-minute thing, just let them just do things like that. Let them choose scenery. Let them just
And for a second, I wasn't sure that he was even in the same room because they wouldn't show them in the same frame. Like they kept cutting back and forth. Like she walks up and has a surprised look, and then it cuts to him, and then kept coming back. It's like, wow, they didn't even get him in the same room. And then they did a wide shot, and he was there. It's like, okay.
I
They got
mean,
him for a day.
admittedly, they could have just CG'd that.
They could have, but at least they faked me out enough.
Yeah,
that
true.
I felt like he was in the same room.
I think he was.
Yeah, I mean, he handed her the book.
Yeah.
Signed it.
Oh
She
my
needs to
God.
pay for that. She has to pay for that. She hadn't paid.
Why did you buy that? He made me. He signed it.
He signed it, so the cashier made me buy it.
I love Darlene and Dom's chemistry together. They work so absolute well together.
They do.
As a nice, adorable despair sandwich. And even Rachel's like, these two are excessively cute together. I hope they end up together at the end of the episode. Well, she didn't die?
So maybe.
I go, yeah, this takes place in 2015, so they have all of the technology, just so.
They can get in contact
Yeah.
somehow. They can find each other again.
If she doesn't die in the next episode or two.
This is true. Depends on if her story is done or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Guessing probably not, since
Probably not.
she didn't go to Budapest, but
so that makes me afraid that she's not gonna make it out of this season. She's
I
not
know.
gonna make it to the end of the series. Because that's the last emotional heartstring to pull on Elliot. Like, is killing Darlene. That's the last one.
yeah, pretty much. Because everybody else that he's close to is, inside his head.
Yeah. Which this episode did fully debunk, and I finally give up on my idea that Darlene is just another Elliot.
Oh no, I never thought that.
I always thought it was one of those things because I always have to wonder if a person is an Elliot. Because this show does really bad things to my brain.
The only scene I didn't like was when they were talking back and forth before they decided to go on the plane or not. Like they were having
at
their
the
intense
bar?
conversation. Huh?
At the bar, or
Yeah, at the bar. Like I don't understand why they did the close-ups. Like the really tight close-ups and going back and forth. Like it just made me uncomfortable, which may have been the point.
I think that was entirely the point. Oh, hello, Discord.
Oh, hi, Discord.
I should mute notifications on my computer. Ooh, that was loud. I'm sorry. Scared the shit out of me. Go to focus mode. Thank you.
Shush.
geek-io.net/discord.
I don't know. I just felt like it was an odd choice. But nothing in this show is not on purpose. So
right, and I feel that it was totally, absolutely intentional.
I don't need to see Darlene's pores and
Yeah,
like,
man.
and Dom's like inner eyelid. Like, man, why are we so close to their face?
Also,
Back
I
off
think
just
it
a little
might
bit.
have been because this show really likes to do location shots. So among the making everybody very uncomfortable, either they couldn't, or they had to redo those outside of actual Logan Airport, and thusly being anywhere outside of right up all in their grill was going to break the immersion. Or there are weird regulations that they can only film so much in airports.
Yeah, I suppose they did some wide shots though.
Yeah, they did, and it was very. I've been in Logan Airport. They definitely filmed at Logan Airport.
Oh, I have no doubt.
But that's what makes me wonder if they either couldn't film that dialogue at couldn't get that dialogue, or they wanted the reaction shots, and they couldn't get that done at Logan, so they had to do that on set, and had to crop in super tight in order to not break what this show does, which is immerse you in its world.
All good points. And you're probably right. It just was weird and uncomfortable.
It had a good. It had the. Seriously?
Well, hey, doggo.
Hi. Shut up.
He wants to be on the show. I have things to say about Mr. Robot. Listen to me.
You're so fierce.
So fierce.
Guys. Hey. No. This is great. This is fantastic.
All right. Yeah, this is good radio. So we did get a so we did get a little moment of celebration, and she did the E-coin payday.
Yep, everybody got their
Got
money,
a little happy moment.
And my prediction came true, is that they were going to re-inject that into the economy and restart it entirely.
Yeah, well, that's what the whole plan was from the beginning. Like, she repeated Mr. Robot's line of the greatest redistribution of wealth and history or whatever. Taking down the 1% of the 1%.
And Bernie Sanders' heart grew 3 sizes.
Oh. All right. So,
yeah, I mean,
only other notes I have is a robot you use to buy paper towels, which was a potential name, and RWAs.
RWAs.
That was Leon's acronym for rich white
assholes.
Yeah.
All right. I enjoyed this episode. It was nice to have a breather.
I did too. We got 3 left, and I have a feeling they're going to be
They're all going to be super intense. They're just going to be nuts.
Well, the next one's just going to be tension ratcheting up and setting all the pieces in place, and then the 2-part finale is just going to be bonkers.
Right. Are they doing a 2-hour finale for it?
Yeah, it's a 2-part finale.
Guys, people are allowed to exist. Guys. Shut up. Toko. Shut up. All right, let's talk about the crisis, shall we?
I don't like Dom and Darlene as a couple. Arf.
Turns out my dog is a homophobe.
It's not that. I just don't like their chemistry. I can't think of any other reason why it would be so loud and insistent on getting his point across.
There's a person in the house, so he's like, "Hey, Daddy, there's a person. Hey, there's a person. Hey, person."
What?
People are allowed to exist.
All right.
Let's talk about the crisis.
Let's talk about the crisis. So Daryl can get excited. If he's still there.
Supergirl Episode 9, Crossover Event, Season 6, Crisis on Infinite Earths, Episode 1, Crisis on Infinity Wars. All right, you know how I feel about these shows by now, and you know how much I've been looking forward to this one. And before I fanboy, let's reflect on the fact that since the first Avengers movie came out, we've now had 6 major crossover events across 6 television shows and well over 100 heroes taken from the pages of DC Comics. Take that, Marvel. Oh, sure, Marvel have got the money and the talent and the special effects and the merchandising and the video games and the...
Acting.
I forgot where I was going with this one. So, Crisis on Infinite Earths is here at last, and it was glorious! The Nexus is going through the multiverse, destroying as many DC cameos as possible in the opening few minutes, and apparently it's a special kind of antimatter that doesn't release tremendous amounts of energy when it annihilates regular matter. Harbinger is busy assembling the Avengers, Alderaan is destroyed to prove the threat is real and so Superman can save his baby in a ship because poetry, New Asgard is evacuated in ships with the help of Lena Luthor, who, by the way, I now totally ship with Alex, and Oliver gives his daughter a superhero suit that is at least less creepy than the time Alfred covered Alicia Silverstone in skin-tight rubber. Flash finally tells Oliver that he's not going to survive the crossover, prompting Green Arrow to shout to the omnipresent Q to stop him changing the deal. As the Chitauri invasion strikes, the Green Arrow loses all his arrows magically because Coulson needed to die for the Avengers to have something to avenge, and I'd love to say I found emotional with his prolonged death that goes on well past the supposed final breath, but since I know this is a multiverse with time travel clones, resurrection pits, and actual magic, it had all a weight of, well, a comic book death. Oh, and Ace Wells was much more fun before he got the new costume.
It was.
He was. That's the entire point of that character, though.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And I turned around in part 2, but part 1, I was like, meh.
What?
Yeah. It's like,
What?
like this is just. I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's good, but like, wow, we've had all
Brainy
this
chewing
build
up
up.
every bit of scene every time he's on screen. Like they let Brainy free. Freaking Alex being this gruff, aggressive, cool character for once in her life.
Yes,
Kara
they did lots
actually
of good
freaking out
things.
and understanding that there are consequences, and this is not something that she could just punch through a window.
Yes, there were good things. But still, at the end, it was like we just had people talking in a room, and then a weird CGI tower, and the Avengers fighting a bunch of Dementors, and then the episode ended. And I was like, it's like it just didn't. I don't know. It didn't feel like it paid off.
But Jazz, the
I absolutely turned
reintroduction
around.
of the best Lex Luthor ever.
We do get the best Lex Luthor we've ever had.
2.5 Luthors is the best Lex Luthor.
Sassy Luthor is my favorite Luthor.
Oh my god! Like it just.
Like I mean, I love. Shoot, I just forgot his name. Michael Rosenbaum.
Yes.
Smallville Luthor. He's great. He's a really, really good, like by the book Luthor. But this
and
one,
I mean, and you're never gonna get somebody quite as iconic as Gene Hackman.
no, but that was
But
he was a different kind of Luthor.
yes, exactly.
He was more of a silly. This is the '70s, and we're doing the best we can.
Right, but that's kind of what made that iconic.
Yeah.
But he is equal parts snark, still somehow threatening,
Yeah.
smart,
He's very smart,
and just like,
and he will do whatever he feels like doing.
yeah,
He doesn't care.
he is absolute chaotic evil, which is a nice thing for Lex Luthor because Lex Luthor is usually lawful evil. It is really cool to see this chaotic evil Lex Luthor.
It's like I'm gonna go kill a Superman because I want to.
And you can't stop me. Bye.
Peace out. I have a role to play.
Should we stop him? I know what I told him to do.
You just do you. I'm pretty sure that's what he told him to do.
Yep.
Hey, I brought you back. You do you.
Here's this book. You shouldn't touch this book that gives you infinite knowledge of where every multiverse and every person that you ever want to look at is. Don't touch
And
that
also
book.
rewrite history.
Yeah, but don't touch that book.
Don't do it. No.
I'm just going to walk over here and gather the heroes, but don't touch that book now, Mr. Luthor.
Like, you brought him back? Why could you bring my mom back? Sorry, I'm losing my power since the anti-monitor escaped.
So I had to bring back one person.
Golden prison. I brought him back before that happened. Sorry.
Because I'm a giant dick.
I'm the monitor. I have mutton chops.
Admittedly, getting
I
these.
will. I'm sorry. I will say this has been my favorite rendition of Batwoman so far.
Yes.
She is much better in this than she is on her show.
Yeah, she needs people to bounce off of, and
Clearly.
she's a lot like Danny Rand in that case, where she needs somebody to build off of, because she shares some real good chemistry with Kara, and
Yeah.
I'm marking it down that we're gonna get a Kara Batwoman kiss by the end of this.
I don't know. Doesn't seem like.
It would not surprise me that they make Supergirl bisexual. It would not make me that it would not surprise me in the least. Because if any of the shows is going to have a suddenly bisexual character, it's definitely going to be super woke.
That's true. It is going to be super woke. But I don't know. Like, I feel like I would rather them just have like the friendship chemistry, like, and not force like a romantic thing. Like, I feel like let's not force it.
I wouldn't say it. I mean, they
let me-
obviously have
let
some
me
chemistry,
homies.
and that sexual tension is palpable enough to cut with a knife, man. I
Sure.
did completely forget that Batwoman was introduced in Elseworlds last year, and I'm like, when the hell did Batwoman and Kara meet?
Yeah, I wrote that in the second. I don't know. There's a note somewhere in here. Where like, why did they keep talking about a year ago? Like, when did they meet?
Because
Did she exist a year ago?
it's the one crossover I didn't watch. And
So she
so
just kind
much
of-
depended on it.
So I guess she was introduced in a crossover before her show, kind of like
Yeah,
a backdoor
yeah.
pilot thing.
Yep.
Backdoor Batwoman.
Yep. Jeez.
Giggity.
Yes, she was introduced on in Elseworlds last year before Daryl's like, so, I mean, admittedly, yeah, this had a lot of setup to do, and not a ton of time to do it. And even this, I felt was very abbreviated on what they could do with it. But they had to establish.
Yeah, they did do it really quick, which was, I think, part of why I was kind of meh on this first episode. It's just like this and 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 okay, let's go. Oh, Oliver died. Sorry. The end.
I mean, we had to get to had to get to the point. We had to.
Yeah,
get to
I
the
know.
point of Supergirl,
And that's why
that
parts 2
universe
and 3
time.
were much better. But
Yeah, exactly. Parts 2 and 3 are building into parts 4, 5, and 6, or 4 and 5.
4 and 5.
Part 1 was was a big establishing shot, and it had a point.
Oh, it had a point. It had to set everything up.
Killing that entire universe. So we need to figure out if that universe is ever going to come back, or if that universe is, or if she's going to stuck on Earth 1 with the rest. So yeah, I feel you that this was a very rushed and abbreviated thing because we had so much we needed to touch on. We couldn't spend more than a couple seconds with them.
And also, hey, look, here's an Easter egg. Oh, look. Did you see that? Oh, did you see that?
Yep.
Oh, did you see
Ward,
that? Did you see that? Yeah, we got Burt Ward at the beginning. And Fat Robin yelling at the sky.
Yep.
Um,
Holy Ruby Holy Ruby Skies of Death or something like that. Batwoman was introduced in Elseworlds, but I'm not sure of the timeline since she was an established Batwoman a year ago. But Batwoman season 1 is less than a year long. I'm guessing I'm guessing this is year 0. I'm gonna guess that somewhere in Batwoman season 1 is gonna be where she jumps forward to Elseworlds and then comes back.
or maybe they did that in the episodes we didn't watch.
That's a possibility. I don't know. Daryl watches them, but he says he's not sure of the timeline.
That's true. Daryl's been keeping up.
Daryl's been watching Bland Woman. I want to like that show. I really do, but I just can't. Yeah, and this definitely, like, I mean, I'm glad that we got so many. I'm so happy that they're just giving 0 Fs about cameos and just everything.
Oh yeah, and they
doing
pay
the
off much
proper
better.
Infinite
Yes.
Crisis thing and just being like, yep, every universe is canon in its own way. See, this one we got Burt Ward. Who else did we get in this one? died immediately.
Was this the one where he was killing Superman, or was that the second
No,
one?
that's the second and third one.
Oh, because we definitely got the shot from Death of Superman in there. I saw that.
Yep.
But that was probably the second episode.
Let's take a look here. Let's see.
All right. While you look, we have to give Superman a pep talk.
Yep.
And don't blame it on the red sun, honey.
Oh, Tim Burton's Batman was another one.
Oh, yes, right. Gotham 80. I think they even said it was Gotham 89.
89, yep.
Yeah.
Apparently the Titans are also in there.
I'll deal with your crazy in a second.
Earth X. Oh yeah, Earth X was in there. The one with the dude flying.
Yeah.
That was a crossover that they did.
And then they went to that like trivia bar.
Oh
and
yes.
And the person calling trivia was Arthur from The Tick.
Right.
I was so excited to see him. That was probably my favorite moment. It's like, who is that? He looks so familiar. Oh, it's Arthur. Hey, Arthur. Arthur, old chum. I'm glad you're still doing things. I'm so sad your show got canceled.
Right? But by the way, that introduction of those two characters, well, you knew Sarah, and I think you met Ray a little bit when you were watching The Flash.
Yeah, he showed up in season 3 of Arrow.
I mean, kind of right there is encapsulated, like, that immediately gives you a proper introduction of what pretty much the entire Legends of Tomorrow is like. Between this and what we're going to get in the next episode, you now have what the crazy, amazing antics of Legends of Tomorrow is, and it's so good.
I can be in for that.
It is funny and reverent and like occasionally gets to a point, but not too often, and just amazing and so much fun. And a lesbian punches Hitler in the face.
All right.
And I think they fight Genghis Khan in the first season too. The first season they had a Doctor Who actor, so they needed to Doctor Who all of the Doctor Who things.
Like you do.
I don't know if Rory ever came back. I didn't watch last season. I'm gonna watch it. Before
strangest reunion in the history of the world. I don't remember who said that or why, but
oh, that sounds like a Cisco thing.
No, it wasn't Cisco because he wasn't in the first episode.
Oh right, yeah, because you have
he's probably one of the legends.
Probably
Sarah.
Yeah, it sounds like a Sarah thing.
Sounds like a White Canary thing to say.
I like the fact that these guys focus on like each of these episodes does focus on like the titular show. Like this is the Supergirl episode, but it is also just as equally important to everything.
Yeah, everybody's here, and also the Supergirl side characters.
Right. And then the next one is everybody's there, but also the Batwoman side character.
Yes, the one. And it's not Lucas or Alice or the cool sister, whose name I can't remember at the moment.
It's that one guy.
It's that one guy.
We should talk about the next episode, though. Speaking of,
so my only other note is Pariah. So serious.
Yeah, it's almost like he's forced to watch every universe die or something.
I know. And then Oliver died. Oh no.
Oh no, he's totally gonna stay dead forever.
He's totally gonna stay dead, especially for the Arrow episode.
Yep.
When they come back in January.
Absolutely just gonna stay dead forever. Like there's no way he could ever come back. No. There's no record of that ever.
Batwoman, episode 9. The UK isn't getting this fucking episode. The gang mourns Oliver while White Canary makes a fourth wall-breaking quip about crossovers that lands about as well as Deadpool would had he been in the Winter Soldier. We get an alternate heatwave and the disembodied voice of Captain Cold, and everyone wants to meet Batman. As some of the gang go off in search of Paragons, a side quest that feels right out of a Saturday morning cartoon, Lex Luthor steals the Book of Destiny to kill as many Supermen as possible. Curse is sudden yet inevitable, yada yada. We see Smallville Clark Kent, who gave up his superpowers to be on Lucifer for a season, and Kevin Conroy is slightly wasted since we get a voice, but he never suits up. And we see Ray Palmer Superman face up against the Supergirl Superman, and we even get a callback to that weird scene in Superman 3 that we probably should never talk about. Finally, Baby Arrow hunts down a Lazarus pit with Constantine. Well, you know, him.
Constantine!
I fucking love this episode so much.
We're in the end game now.
Oh, shut up.
Whoa,
Elongate.
whoa, whoa.
Shut up, Daryl. No one asked you.
Settle
Get
down.
back to that.
No, this episode was incredible.
I
It's
fucking
amazing.
love this
I
episode
really
so
liked it.
much.
And it was mostly because Constantine was there.
Right? Freaking Constantine shows up. I'm like, yeah, that's right. I forgot he's a legend, but he's a legend. Yes. And
He is.
freaking hot Green Arrow and him are gonna pair up and they're gonna bring back Oliver for no good reason.
Because reasons. Because we can. I'm gonna do some magic and do my thing and sass everybody.
And the best fucking Gladys voice ever of being Captain Cold and fucking Mick Rory being the sole survivor of the alternate legends. Oh my God. It was the best.
He's writing romance novels.
Yes.
And he's the only one that can calm down Jonathan.
Yes.
Reading him his romance novels. It's like,
I
you
don't
can come
think
with
that's
me.
kid-
You can have all the beer you want. You admit beer.
You don't have to. I don't think that's appropriate for children. He's enjoying it.
He's enjoying it. Like, yeah, I wrote that. I was really proud of that one.
It's so amazing. Daddy Mick Rory is just the best. He'd be a horrible actual father, but oh my God.
Best
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 babysitter.
babysitter ever. Yes.
Best babysitter in the multiverse. Oh my God. Oh, just so good. Oh,
And then
that
yeah.
made me so happy.
We got Sassy Lex hopping across, killing all the Supermen. This is where we got our Death of Superman shot.
Yep.
On the big screen. Yes, the crossover fourth wall thing at the beginning of this episode, and they do it again on the next episode.
Right.
It's like, wait, where's all the other legends? Like, I promised them they wouldn't have to do another crossover. It landed well for me.
It did. Yeah.
Because it was like kind of a, it was right there at the beginning. I was like, oh, it's gonna be this kind of episode.
Right.
Okay, I'm in.
Yep. They're just like, all right, we did some real deep stuff last episode, and we're still gonna do some deep stuff here, but we're gonna let the reins off a little bit.
Yes. Then we go visit Batman Special Dark. In the darkest Gotham. It's dark even for Gotham. It's the Gothamist Gotham.
It's so all right. This is the Frank Miller Batman, the Dark Knight Returns Batman, basically. We all thought it when they said Bat of Tomorrow, and we heard that we were getting future Batman and an old Bruce Wayne. Everybody's like, "Hey, we're gonna get Batman Beyond! Yeah, woo!" No. That
would have been cool.
That would have been very cool. No.
Instead,
we get Kevin Conroy, who is still the best Batman ever.
Agreed.
Being
the worst Batman.
Ooh.
The Batman who's given up.
Yeah, the Batman who no longer gives any fucks.
That's the one.
Ooh. And just hearing that voice be that was just
hard to hear.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Hearing my Batman.
Yeah. A friend of mine got on Facebook and raged about it. What? That's my Batman. He's my Batman, my favorite Batman. And they turned him into a murdering a-hole who went down in one punch. What the crap?
I mean, to be fair, he is really actually crippled.
Super duper old. He's just moving through a robot suit.
Right.
That has kryptonite in it because, Batman's always prepared.
Right.
You never know.
Yeah.
When you got to kill another Kryptonian.
Right. Yeah. This did fall right into the Frank Miller Dark Knight Return or Dark Knight, Dark Knight Returns. Dark, dark, dark.
Darkness.
Yeah.
Dead
No
parents.
anything.
Why even live? Everyone must die.
um yeah, we got our Smallville, which seeing them made me happy, though I'm
It
still
did. I enjoyed
confused
it.
as to why he had to give up his powers.
So it could be Super Daddy.
I mean, I guess it's better than the next Superman that we're going to talk about.
Yeah, but Tom Welling, he looks good.
Yeah.
Sounded well.
Yeah,
A little
well,
bit of gray.
he toned out he toned up and less, because he was and I'm not saying this was his words when he joined the Lucifer cast. He got super fat after this show, and he basically just turned it all into muscle, so he could be the police chief on Lucifer for a season or so, and then he got this role.
Good. It was great to see him, and his whole interaction with Sassy Lex was great.
Yes.
Like, who are you? I'm Lex Luthor. Oh, you don't look like Lex Luthor. It's like, not in this universe. You're not. It's like,
Just
Lex is
show-
coming to kill you. It's like, really? I didn't know the president was coming to town.
I'm glad we got. Was he the president at the end of Smallville?
Ah, gosh. Like, he was at a point, and then he wasn't, and then they like killed him at some point. So I don't remember. It's a little fuzzy. It's been a while since I watched the end of
Gotcha.
Smallville, because Michael Rosenbaum left, and that kind of just
Ah,
threw a wrench in everything for the last
Gotcha.
3 seasons. But so we
Um,
had Lex Luthor's niece as the new Luthor in Smallville, but
ah.
or something. I don't, or a cousin. I forget, but
But yeah, just the showing off kryptonite. Uh-huh.
yeah, just picks
Why
it up
aren't
and
you-
tosses it aside. He's like, "What? Why doesn't it hurt you?" He's like, side effect of giving up my powers. You gave up your powers. Why?
Yeet.
Oh, I am so disappointed. Then he just punches him in
bet.
the face. Up, still stronger though.
Still stronger than you.
It was beautiful. It
I
was
do
a-
want to. I
It was a
want
warm
the
scene.
Smallville 2.0 to come back, and it's just the Monitor to punish Lex Luthor. He's like, "Yeah, you did your job," or the Legends being like, "Nope, this is where you live now," and put him in this universe. And it's just powerless Superman fighting the snarkiest of Lex Luthors.
You're working on my farm now, Lex.
and 2.5 Luthors just buys the farm next to him just to harass him the entire time. And it's
They
like
can start a
Hatfield.
feud.
It's the Hatfields and
Yeah.
McCoys, just depowered, superpowered people. It's gonna be amazing.
Luthor's and the Kents.
It's gonna be so good. So I didn't know this, but they called this Earth 67 because the producers of Smallville, Alfred Goh and Miles Miller, were both born in 1967. So cool. The next Superman that we get, though,
Is good old Brandon Ruth.
yeah, we get him back into super suit.
It's like, you're already here,
Yeah, exactly. You were a Superman.
and you were Superman. I was really hoping I would see him as Evil X number 3, but we'll see.
Just so this is the Superman. This is the Paragon of Truth Superman, who gets brainwashed by Luthor, and then doesn't.
He does, yeah, he does, and then he doesn't, and then that was fine. It was a nice little punchy, fighty.
Right. Yeah, I mean, this was a super fight. We always have to have them. Apparently, this was set in the Kingdom Come universe, and I don't know how that. Oh, I know what that is. The crisis or the world attacked thing is a Kingdom Come reference. That's what that was. Kingdom Come is a very good book by Alex Ross, and it's real good. but it's not exactly a happy-go-lucky story. But
Word.
I'm glad Brandon Routh Superman was able to exist and is not just a giant d-bag.
Like Lex.
Yes, it was fun. This was fun though. Watching a super fight like this is actually not terrible.
Yeah, and it didn't look too bad.
No, it looked pretty
mean-
bad, but it didn't look terrible.
Oh no, I've seen worse. Just go back and watch Smallville again. You know.
Yeah,
But no, considering it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
and he existed. He came out
Yeah.
alive. He's still Superman. He's still Superman. Glare at the camera.
Anyway, so we punched old Batman.
Yep, punch old
Kate stole his
Batman.
kryptonite, and oh hey, she's the Bat of the future.
I see that.
Oh, cool. And also,
Get two Supermans.
and we got their paragons, and here they
Yep.
are. Except there's some we don't know yet, but we'll immediately figure that out in the next episode.
Right.
Can't drag that out. And
Lazarus Pit. We got
Lazarus Pit, and then Jonah Hex randomly shows up there. Has he
was-
been in this show before?
He's in Legends Tomorrow season 1.
Oh, okay.
That's why Sarah's like, sorry, Jonah, you're gonna get this anyway.
So yeah, somebody's got to give you the scar.
Guess it's gonna be me.
But yeah, he showed up and was like, "Is that Jonah Hex?"
Yep.
And she's like, "No, sorry, Jonah. Somebody's gonna give you the scar." Oh, it is. Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
he hung around for an episode in season 1. It was neat. But yeah, I just thoroughly enjoyed this. Obviously, this is the gathering the party episode.
Yeah,
Um,
introducing the paragons
right.
information and then just having a fun romp around the multiverse,
Right.
which I thoroughly enjoyed.
Oh, absolutely. All right. Anything else before we head on to episode 3?
Let's see. This is the second time I've gone nuts and fought myself.
Yeah, because we don't talk about Superman Returns.
Kate takes some kryptonite just in case. We already answered. How does Kate know Kara? And hey, we finally see the anti-monitor.
Yep. I am sad that it is not just that same guy.
It isn't?
No,
With just makeup?
I don't think so. Oh well. He's expensive, so we can't have him around too often. We'll figure that out next episode. That armor is increasingly expensive to keep animated. The anti-monitor will actually look pretty decent, though. I can't argue too much.
Sounds good to me.
All right, episode 3.
Flash episode 9. We're in the endgame now. Elongated Man gets his first crossover, and that's just about the best thing ever. The Paragon detector is upgraded with Google image searches, and Vibe is back, baby! And we get Lucifer and Constantine together, something I've wanted for well over 3 years, and even though it was brief, it was exactly what it needed to be. Black Lightning is finally allowed to play with Super Friends, and we get dangerously close to ruining the Batwoman-Supergirl relationship from the last crossover by turning it into a Batman v Superman again. And Atom 2 gets pegged as the Paragon of Humanity, so the same role he had in Supernatural then. Finally, Lex Luthor swaps places with Superman by writing his name in a page from the Book of Destiny, which is basically a plot point taken directly from the SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
So first off, before we get to all the cool stuff, we have to address another red tinted world going away with the Birds of Prey universe going away.
Hi, Birds of Prey, but it's good to see you.
Yeah. You aged really well. You all look very pretty. Bye.
Oh yeah, Erica Durant's too. It's really nice to see her again.
Yeah. And
She's-
Ashley Scott's also always just very, very pretty.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed that show. But the most important thing happened in this episode. Not any plot points, anything like that. We had motherfucking Lucifer show up.
It's for Morningstar.
Oh my god. I didn't know this was a thing.
I didn't
and
either. And that
he
door
sh-
opened. I was like, "What?"
They went to Earth 666, and I'd be like, "Hey, Rachel, it'd be funny if Lucifer shows up." Oh my God, it's Lucifer! Oh my
Of
God!
course they know each other.
Of course, because they very obviously would. Like those two of all people would
Yes.
abso-freaking-lutely know each other. Like Constantine makes selling his soul to the devil a pastime. And I love the jab at the Constantine thing. Oh, Mr. Constantine. Constantine. Oh, just those two together make me so happy. And I completely forgot that Lucifer is a Vertigo Comics guy, and that's owned by DC. So, oh my God, it was just so glorious to see that.
Headcanon confirmed.
Well, I mean, it's not headcanon, it's actual canon.
I know.
But
Just
yeah,
gave us what we always wanted.
we have to go back to the fucking island again.
Of course we do. Dang it, we're never gonna be done with the stupid island.
Never being done with the island.
Apparently they just spent a lot of money on that island. We're gonna
Right.
squeeze every dime out of it.
I love Mia's new costume, by the way. The Green Arrow 2.0
Yeah, that
costume.
is super cool.
I really,
Arrow
really
2.0,
like
I'm
that.
down.
And by the way, that's absolutely a thing. They're gonna backdoor pilot Green Arrow and the Canaries. That's a thing. That's actually a thing.
Okay. Sure.
Hopefully not as much melodrama, but I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna get my
I
hopes
mean,
up on that.
I will
front.
definitely watch that because I really enjoy the girl who plays Mia. She's really cool. I like her a lot. And the new Canary is pretty rad. I don't mind her at all. The young
Yeah,
one.
she's cool. Yeah, I like
But
her.
sadly, we're gonna get more Dinah probably, and that's gonna ruin it. So the cosmic treadmill comes back into play. That thing that MacGuffin that we thought was gone.
I didn't know there was a cosmic treadmill, and I
It-
found it very silly. And
1970s
I'm okay with that.
comics.
I am okay with it. I was like, is really?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
The cosmic treadmill.
Cosmic treadmill of destiny.
Yep. And we get John Wesley Shipp, the OG Flash, back in there, and I keep
Yeah, in
forgetting
his
how
velvety,
I keep forgetting how
Flash suit.
stupid that looks.
that sweet crushed velvet Flash.
I
outfit.
love it, but it looks so stupid.
It's so 90s. It's so bad. And it's so great at the same
I-
time.
Right? Though apparently we learned lightning bending and that power that Aang used on the Fire Lord at the end of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Apparently, if you're a Flash for 30 years, you get to learn that power too.
Yeah, you can steal their speed force
We're just gonna
momentarily.
suck the speed force right out of Barry. Also, hey, Black Lightning shows up
Oh yeah.
because his
Hey,
world got
Black Lightning's
destroyed.
here. Like, sorry, your world's destroyed. What? Family?
Earth 77, by the way,
Yep.
is the name of his Earth, which is the year that the first Black Lightning was produced.
Cool. But it was nice seeing him there.
Yeah,
I like his new costume.
yeah, it looks good. I
Much
wonder
better
if
than
that's
the
the horrifying
had.
one from the last season. Oh my God.
first 2 seasons.
Yeah, that's real bad. Just real bad.
So random Paragon of Humanity wasn't random. He's been there before.
I don't know if Troy has been there before, but he is the second. He's the second Adam.
Okay.
In the comics, Ryan Choi is the second Adam. After
No, I just love their little, Paragon Discover. It's like, oh yeah, we know this one. It's like Paragon of Honor. It's like, Marsh Manhunter. That makes sense.
yeah.
This one, and here's the Paragon of Humanity. Just some random dude.
Who is
Oh,
that?
Who's that guy?
And then they
Sweet.
go to him. They're like, hi, you're gonna save the universe. No, I'm not. If the universe is ending, I'm gonna go spend it with my wife and kids.
I know. He's got priorities. That's his humanity.
It is. I'm just that was great though. Like you're gonna save the world, the universe. No, I'm not.
You're the elongated man. It's like, yeah, we're superheroes, and we need you to come help us save the universe. No.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Bye. I mean, he does obviously eventually because he's the paragon of humanity. But
But hey, we got Cisco because this is the Flash episodes. We got all
yep,
the Flash characters, and oh my gosh, Cisco, just slow down. I couldn't write all your quips down that
yeah,
fast.
Vibe's secret superpower is just quipping very quickly.
Super doppelganger, voluminous mutton chops, and then just kept going. Anti-monitor is that set in stone?
Oh, yeah, I love him.
Like,
so
and we need you
much.
to be Vibe. It's your destiny. No, I'm not being Vibe anymore. Poof, you're Vibe. Go be Vibe. But I don't. Oh.
Okay, I guess.
All right, fine.
It's just like, yeah, nobody blinks an eye. Nobody blinks an eye at it. Like, oh, he's Vibe now again. Cool.
No, this all makes sense. It's
Yeah.
fine. The multiverse is ending, so let's just do this.
Yep, we got to spend a lot of money on this, so let's put Vibe back in his costume. I love the Vibe costume. It looks so cool.
It's
It's
pretty
so
rad.
freaking techy and dorky and amazing, and I love it. And then at the end of this, we are down to the last Earth, and we get another super punchy with the Monitor and Harbinger, who is now the Anti-Monitor because that costume is expensive.
Yes. Now we just give her glowy eyes. That's much cheaper.
Yep, yeah, that we can hire our intern from and put him in Photoshop or put him in Premiere for a couple of minutes, just have her give her glowy eyes. Though that character that's completely in character. That's actually what happened in the comics too. It's just knowing that how the practical works on that. Yeah, it's absolutely they did that to shorthand away from using the anti-monitor too much because we're gonna get a whole lot of him in Arrow and Legends.
Oh yeah. Uh.
Was it this one or
So
the last one? Oh, the last one we got by the way, we got a name drop of the Book of the Guardians, which is the Book of Oa, which is the book of the Green Lantern Corps.
oh,
Another clue that we are gonna have a Green Lantern by the end of this crisis.
I'd be down for that.
Just give Diggle his damn ring. He has enough willpower to travel across universes to punch Oliver when he's being dumb.
He can. And who is the weird random guy that came to Oliver and was like, "No, you need to come with me.
Oh,
I have glowy eyes." It's like, oh, sorry
that's
everybody, I gotta go.
that's the Spectre. That is the literal hand of vengeance from the capital G God in in the DC universe.
Okay,
Yeah, he's
more on that
basically
later.
your angel of vengeance. And literal angel of vengeance. I heard the name and I'm like, oh no. Also, oh yeah.
Ah, so
Yeah,
by
'cause
by 90s Flash.
I literally made the comment to Rachel. I'm like, so in the original Crisis, we had an issue where the Spectre shows up, and I'm surprised we haven't got that yet. At the end of this episode, the Spectre shows up. Well, cool.
I got you. I got you, boo.
The big thing about this crisis is they understand that this is the biggest comic book ever created. These comic books are so important to people and were so important to comics. We literally wouldn't have an Avengers in its current state without the Crisis on Infinite Earths. Comics as they exist now, comic book movies would never have existed without without these comics. And they are doing such a good job at keeping to the source material while adapting. And it makes me happy. And then what a shock. Luthor is going to Luthor and takes over for for Superman.
Oh no, he wrote himself in as a replacement for Superman because reasons.
Right.
In can. Oh no, everything got destroyed except for the 7 Paragons who were in the weird time place.
Yep. It's totally everything is gonna end. Though I mean,
no.
though to be
How
fair,
are they going to
yeah,
undo it?
when you have a Supergirl, you have a Batwoman, and you have a Martian Manhunter there, yeah, we're fine. Everything's fine.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fine. Obviously, it's like, oh, the entire multiverse has been destroyed.
Yeah,
Now we have to undo it.
that actually is.
I wonder what the end game will be.
Right. We're gonna totally not at all go to the antimatter universe. Not one bit.
No, and I'm sure that whole thing with Oliver and Spectre won't come into play either.
Nope, not one. Not at all. Everything is fine. I'm really enjoying Crisis. I am sad that we have to wait until January for it, though.
I know. Why is so freaking long?
Cause holidays.
I guess could have
And
timed that better.
CW has to do.
I gotta milk this thing and finish up the special effects on these last 2 episodes.
Right, they're going to be very expensive episodes, so please watch them, everybody.
Come on back, you guys.
But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Sorry, I've been working a lot lately. All right. Anything else on Crises before we head out on to the next part of this?
Let's see. Oh, and in case you missed the crossover joke in the first or the last episode, they made another one at the beginning of this episode.
Right.
That's for the UK people that couldn't watch the Batman episode. It's his first crossover. He's a little excited.
On a lighter note, I found on this website while I was looking up the Earth numbers on Crisis on Infinite Earths, the 5 best and worst villains in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and the worst is Grant Ward.
As it should be.
Huh. What a shocker.
I know. It seems like he should just not even be on the list.
Right. Yeah, he's so magnificent. All right. We should talk about the Mandalorian.
Mandalorian Episode 4. The Serenity lands on a backward planet where a group of farmers hire some circus insects to save them from a group of marauding cowboys. The 3 amigos teach the Ewoks how to fight, helped by Xena Warrior Princess, MacGyver, and Robin Hood, both Prince of Thieves and Ben in Tights. Ash teaches a bunch of people how to make gunpowder, and they create a fake brothel, which they blow up. And although it'd be nice to stay, the littlest hobo moves on to another home. Maybe tomorrow he'll finally settle down.
What?
Yeah. So
what? Okay, hold on. Place again because I have no idea. Like, I'm very confused.
You broke CJ.
Mandalorian Episode 4. The Serenity lands on a backward planet.
Okay, I get that one.
Where a group of farmers hire some circus insects to save them from a group of marauding cowboys.
That's a Bug's Life reference.
Oh. Okay.
The 3 amigos teach the Ewoks how to fight.
Okay. There's only 2 of them, but okay.
If you not count Baby Yoda.
He teaches the kids how to fight with heart. The most important Captain Planet
it is. Heart.
Helped by Xena Warrior Princess.
Okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense. She's a badass.
MacGyver, and Robin Hood, both Prince of Thieves and Ben in Tights.
I like because he's sick. It sounds like he says Ben in Tights.
Ben in Tights.
Okay, so Robin Hood. Are we counting what's her name as Robin Hood or Mando as Robin Hood?
Yes.
Ash teaches a bunch of people how to make gunpowder, and they create a fake brothel, which they blow up. And although...
Okay, so Ash teaches them how to make black gunpowder.
Yeah, it's an army of darkness.
Right.
Yeah.
but I don't understand where that reference comes into play.
I don't know, but a friend of mine also said that he got an Army of Darkness vibe in the training montage.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I can see that. And I definitely
and
don't
it
get
may
the
have been
brothel part. Was that was an Army Darkness too, was it?
I don't. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
Yeah, for real.
I need to watch it
And I
again.
think I've only seen it once or twice, like maybe even only once.
It would be nice to stay. The littlest hobo moves on to another home.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
I got that one.
So this episode's great.
Yeah, man. Again,
We did our little consequences, but we had our Seven Samurai / Magnificent Seven storyline
right.
thing, which hey, if we're doing all the Western tropes, which apparently we are,
Every single one of them.
I'm okay with this. And this is a fun little bottle episode of dealing with the aftermath of first 3 episodes.
Yeah. Like this did a very good job of being like first 3 episodes were a lot. We have to keep running with this, but also we need to just not focus on that plot point. We need to expand. We need to make this an extended universe, if you will.
Yep. So go to the
And-
village. There's some raiders
Yep.
attacking. Mando's trying to hide out in the bar. There's a shock trooper there, and they punch each other for a little bit, and then they're friends.
Yep. Flirt fight for a couple seconds. And then the internet's new favorite gif of
Yes.
Baby Yoda standing there holding his bone broth.
the new favorite gif of the entire internet.
Oh yes. And I have to say,
still
I love
going
that.
strong.
Like, it's a great, yeah, no, that's a great.
It's a good one. It's
reaction
a solid
shot
one.
to things. Yeah, and then like they're like, yep, we flirt fight for a couple minutes, and then sure, we're gonna get hired on because we're not going to, but then we're like, hey, they live in the middle of nowhere.
That's a good place to hide.
Yeah,
Sure.
seems good.
Let's go. So we'll
I get
have
to fight people, and I get to not have to deal with bullshit. Sweet.
yes. Fight people, get a little Mandalorian lore.
Yep.
This lady's hitting on me hardcore. She wants the Mando.
Oh, yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do.
Take off that helmet, Mando.
He almost let her too, man.
Almost.
He was they are when he's shooting. I jokingly said to Rachel, because the last shot fires off as they pan away from him, I go, that last shot was not the blaster going off, but it was his definite hard erection hitting his armor.
That Beskar.
Yep, that's how Beskar sounds when it's hit from the inside. I love how they build the lore in this, because the Mandalorians didn't get any lore in the canon movies, but Boba and Jango are two of the most loved characters.
They're very iconic.
Right. And like they are more iconic than most anything else in there, minus like Darth Vader. Like they are so beloved, and nothing is known about them because ultimately both of them, Boba Fett does ultimately nothing, and Jango Fett is literally a sperm donor, and that's it.
A DNA donor. He donated more than half. He donated the full 100%.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. So yeah, go to the village, have nice little chats, nice scenes, do some training montage.
Baby Yoda
Raid,
playing around with the babies, and that was just the
being
best.
adorable.
Oh my god!
Oh, he's happy here.
Are you happy here?
Are you happier? I could make you happy here. They raid the raider camp.
Sorry, I shot first.
And fight fight an ATST.
Yep, that was a
I
cool
mean,
freaking thing too,
It
man.
was cool.
Like these
Man, that
random
action scene was so well shot. Like,
right?
really good. Like the way it was dark and the light and the
Shadowing in
trap
this
that they
show is so fucking cool, man.
and Bryce Dallas Howard. Good job directing this one.
Right. Oh my god. Like this is so well shot, so well choreographed, so like the CG isn't too bad in this. Like it's really well done, and
CG's
and
never bad in this show.
no, it's
Like,
not.
it's so good.
And
They
it's
spent some
everything that we
serious coin on it.
right. Like and like I was talking to Rachel because we caught up on because she hadn't watched any of this because I watched it when I was in the hospital. And we sat and rewatched the first. Well, I rewatched the first 3 episodes and watched 4, 5, and 6 with Rachel. She goes, "I'm loving this." I go, "Yeah, there's a reason why over 1 million people said they have signed up for Disney Plus strictly for the Mandalorian. Like they are making every cent back, and the story of how this almost didn't happen is freaking mind blowing. Because this was supposed to be a movie, just a movie,
Yeah. And I think it was supposed to
and
be a Boba Fett movie.
it was. And then Happy Hogan,
John Favreau.
John Leguizamo, Favreau.
No, Favreau.
I was like, no, I want to make this a series because I have a lot of cool ideas. And Kathleen Kennedy's like, no, we're going to make it a movie. And that's it. And John Favreau's like, yeah, I'm either going to make a series or I'm going to walk taking this and Happy Hogan with me. Okay, you're getting your series.
So I'm John Favreau. I can do what I want. And oh, look, I was right again.
I told you to give me only 10% of an Iron Man 1 script. You laughed at me. Look what that shit did. I tell you that I want to make a Mandalorian series. You tell me, no, look what this shit does.
Who's the man now?
I'm Happy fucking Hogan.
I'm going to go make a grilled cheese.
And
It'll be the best grilled cheese you've ever eaten.
Because I am the chef too.
Which is a great movie.
Oh my god, I loved it. I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I did, but man, I was so
Yeah, I wasn't sure. Like I was sure I was gonna like it, and then I watched it and I was like,
yep. So
stop making me feel all these feelings. And I'm so hungry.
I'm so hungry and I'm confused. Water is coming out of my eyes, nose, and mouth at the same time, and I don't know why.
This movie's so beautiful.
But yeah, it turns out we should just stop arguing with John Favreau and just let him do what he do. And we
he's
get
real good at it.
magnificent things out of it. And I love these done in one story. And I'm sure we're gonna get callbacks to it later. But all for all intents and purposes, this was a one and done episode. It progressed the plot still, but it didn't need to progress the exact plot until the very end. And then we just got to showcase other things. Like we get to showcase how badass the Mandalorian is. Cool. But this show allows for other people to be fucking badasses too.
Yeah, the shock trooper lady. I have a feeling she's gonna show up again.
Oh, most definitely. If
mostly because she's been on all the promo posters.
Right. If MILF doesn't show back up, then Xena Warrior Princess is definitely showing back up.
Faux show. Or what's her name in Deadpool?
Oh, Sugar something. I think it is. I think it's. Hold on.
Anywho, and really they could have solved all their problems if they just got some Ewoks, because Ewoks took out like 2 or 3 ATSTs with no problem.
Right.
So get it together, villagers.
Nina Kavara, Angel Dust. I was close.
What did you... Okay.
It's Angel Dust.
You said sugar.
Which is Angel Dust.
Okay.
That's another name for Angel Dust, and actually it is.
They sell Angel Dust in Mos Eisley?
Probably. It is a scum of it is a
hive of scum and villainy.
Yes.
Okay. Mandalorian Episode 5. If Episode 4 had all the tropes, Episode 5 has all the Easter eggs, but it's done with more charm and affection than, say, any of the other Star Wars movies after the original trilogy. The Mandalorian lands on Tatooine and teams up with an Anakin Skywalker clone that's really, really fucking annoying, and they have to track down the cavalry. God damn, Melinda May is a treasure. I loved all 8 seconds of her screen time, including the hologram, before they pretended to kill her.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
pretty
see
much.
her again. 'Cause
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't bring in Melinda May for that small of a thing.
Also because she got put on promotional material as well.
That's my line.
uh, oh my god. So of course we have to go back to fucking Tatooine
Yes,
because
but
fucking Tatooine.
it was not like eye rolly fan servicey wink 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 at the camera thing. It was very subtle and it was just kind
Yeah,
of like, yeah, we went back to Tatooine, but we're not like,
we
oh
didn't
look, here's
go.
the thing and here's the thing and here's the thing. It's just like, oh
Yeah,
yeah,
we
it's
didn't go
Tatooine.
back to Mos Eisley and to that area.
They did
And,
go to that's the cantina, which is now run by a droid, which is
right.
a nice twist of irony.
I want to hear why he's so pissed off at droids all the time.
No droid. We don't serve your kind here. Well, now droids are running the place, so suck it.
But why does Mandalorian not like droids though?
I don't know. Maybe we'll find out.
Droidist, jeez.
He's so droidist.
Took my wife and family.
Darkness.
I'm so glad they have like
No parents.
he's obviously a very dark character, but they don't ever lean into that. Like he's,
No. And
he's
then they
so
just
funny
let him.
when he wants to be. Like it's so actually funny.
He's got good quippy, funny things, and
Right.
he's so sweet with Baby Yoda.
Oh my god.
Gonna play with the dog.
He just at this point I love how he's just like, nope, this is your toy now. I mean,
This is
and
yours.
this is how you act with kids. Like I just now I turn like even with Grayson, I turn on the television and I flip the remote to where it can't affect the television, and I give him the remote. He'll literally sit and play with the remote for hours. Like
Indeed. And you do what you have to do.
yeah. And
So-
in this case, it's just throwing a knob at him, and he's so happy with it.
So I'm not sure how I feel about Amy Sedaris being in the Star Wars universe, but I'm okay with it.
I like her character.
No, she was fine. It was cute. It was just like Amy Sedaris. Random, but all right, show.
Yeah.
She can babysit Baby Yoda.
While being grumpy with her with her droids because she can't use them because his asshole won't let her.
No droids.
I like her. She was great. It took me a lot longer than normal because I can't use my droids.
And it's like, well, you're a Mandalorian. It's like, I'm sure you're good for it. It's like, I gotta
Yeah.
go get some money. I'll be right back.
Hey, look, you found a job.
Oh, we found a random job, and it's Baby Cannavale.
Yay.
Because I saw him, I was like, man, he reminds me of
Right?
someone. He looks familiar. It's like, and I pulled him up, and I was like, no, I don't recognize it. And then like the show ended, and for whatever reason, I didn't look at his name on IMDb. But then it's like, starring, what was it, Luke Cannavale or something Cannavale? I was like, wait a minute. And I went back to IMDb. It's like, son of Bobby Cannavale. It's like, okay, that's
There
who
we go.
that's who he reminds me of.
There's the line.
Now it all clicks into place because I was like looking through his, IMDb. It's like, yeah, he's in a bunch of stuff that I've never seen.
Right. There's tons of
now.
people that are in this show that are like those actors that are in one episode of everything,
Yeah.
especially in the next episode, but we'll get to that.
Oh yeah. We got swoop bikes.
Yeah, got speeder bikes.
Those are
got
fun to see.
Tuscan Raiders.
Tuscan Raiders making a little deal.
Yep. What are you doing? Negotiating. Let me see your binocs. Why? Let me see the binocs.
Oh, those are brand new.
Right, they were.
All right, let's go. I just wish I could look that cool riding on a swoop bike.
Right. Yeah, even Nauticin looked cool riding on the swoop bike. This was absolutely like Anakin and Poe Dameron doing the bad fusion dance. This guy's kind of annoying.
That's okay because he doesn't last long.
Right. He's he is a one episode out.
So we got Melinda May
Yep.
doing her thing,
Rachel looks up.
manipulating him.
Rachel peeks up because she's feeding Grace, and at the time she hears that voice, she goes, "Let's fucking move on." I go, "Yes, it's Melinda Bay."
Tricks him into betraying her, or betraying the Mandalorian. But she's totally dead.
Totally.
I'm sure.
Some dude just walks up to her and boops her on the nose, and she's back. Sure, that will never come up ever again.
Yeah, no. Which the current, at least people keeps like, is that Boba Fett? I don't know. Maybe. I hope not. Maybe.
Yeah, because I mean,
it's on Tatooine.
Yeah,
So it could be.
It could be. I mean, you're not
All
wrong.
they showed was his leg.
There is a non-zero chance that it could be Boba Fett.
So
he could have badassed his way out of the Sarlacc pit. We don't know.
She's no good to us dead.
Indeed. Yeah, I heard that. I'm like, yep, all right, we are absolutely just poking at the nostalgia buttons.
Like, here's all the little fan servicey things. We're not gonna make a big deal out of it. They're gonna be subtle, but they're there. But no, they did a very good job with it.
Yeah,
and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Very happy.
And then Baby Cannavale, he's just not very smart. So he did.
It's what happens when you dump stat both intelligence and wisdom. Bad idea.
He did.
Bad idea.
Not sure what you're thinking we're gonna do, but nice try. And Amy Stairs got paid.
Yep.
Took all of Baby Cannavale's money. It's like, is that enough? Yeah, that'll do. Thanks.
She was good. I liked her a lot. It was a little off-putting having her there. It was just like, oh wow, okay, that's Amy what's her face, because I couldn't remember her name for half the episode. Because I kept calling her Amy Sudeikis.
Amy Sudoku.
All right, we should talk about the last episode of The Mandalorian.
Mandalorian Episode 6. The Mandalorian needs work and is hired to be part of a cameo-filled heist gang. You son of a bantha, I'm in. With a cast that includes a bunch of people CJ and Jared will name, and also Anakin Skywalker, this fun episode had everything you need for a heist movie. Getting the gang back together, planning the perfect job, changing plans when something unexpected happens, a sudden yet predictable betrayal, and poetic justice for the bad guys. And X-Wings. All heist movies are better with X-Wings.
Fair.
And not to be forgotten, the Toyota is left on the ship with a slightly less robotic Moss from IT Crowd. It was another Firefly moment that reminded me of River Tam facing off against Jubal Early. And it may seem like another tangential side mission here, but this is episodic television at its finest, a longer arc with characters introduced and developed throughout standalone episodes. I miss this so fucking much. Oh, and there's R2-D2 data penises work by rotation, and not any sort of electrical connection. That's kind of like a USB device using semaphore.
Yeah. So, yes, we have all of the people in this one, by the way.
Yes, we do. So, Moss, Tonks, Mr. Krabs walk into a high security space frigate.
And we get some of the coolest shit I have ever seen on television.
Oh my gosh, I loved this episode so much.
It was the best thing.
It was so much fun.
This episode is what's like we obviously have been unabashedly loving The Mandalorian. This is what cemented this to be my favorite piece of Star Wars ever. Like this episode, and because it's funny, it's witty, it makes you think, it's full of action, it's full of really good plot points, like it's plot driven and accurate and amazing, and while keeping that entire Star Wars feel about it.
And the Mandalorian just doing his thing.
Right? Oh my god.
Do not double cross Mando.
Nope, you
don't do
it. It does not end well for you. Ever.
If you do, like Tonk said, you better kill him.
Yep. If you aim for the king, you best not miss. Like, You try shoving him into a thing. Eventually, he's gonna get out. Why? Because he's a fucking Mandalorian, and then he's gonna just wreck your shit all over the place. Because remember, not only is he's a freaking amazing fighter, he's also a brilliant tactician. Like,
Yes. And also starring Bill Burr as himself.
yes, Bill Burr is always just himself, just Red himself this time.
Yes.
It-
Red
it's,
himself.
It's the alternate universe where Bill Burr plays Hellboy.
And they don't let him cuss.
Nope.
So he does sneak in that one that one mild curse word.
Right.
It's like
All
you're
right.
a sharpshooter and you worked for the Empire. It wasn't a stormtrooper, which was a great fan
Yes.
call out. That's great.
Right, a fan call out on that one. Like it was just, oh my god. The Twilight call out on the Twi'leks. Like not all of it. She says something like not all of us are dancers or something along those lines.
And
Because the
maybe
only time
I
we
missed
saw
that one.
Twi'leks in the only time we saw Twi'leks in the canon movies, they're always just like they're Inara basically,
Yeah. And then
and this one's an actual D&D tiefling, like
legit
like
knives and
just
everything.
100% just up to we copied a D&D tiefling, transformed it into a like scratched out the word tiefling and wrote Twi'lek there, and then there we go.
So why don't you take off your helmet? Because you're a Gungan under there.
Yes, that one. Oh my god, that line. Is that why Yusa?
Like, my gosh.
Dude.
And then accidental baby Yoda reveal.
Yep.
Whoa. Did
So
y'all
he needs
make
to put
that?
a better. Yeah, did you two make that?
Put a better lock on that thing, Mando.
Yeah, seriously. Like your random ass dude comes downstairs in the first episode, just presses some buttons and opens up your freaking weapons cache. Like maybe you might want to change the combination on that, my dude.
You don't want to just bump into it.
Drunken Mandalorian just bumps into it, opens it up. Before we get too far into everything else that happened here, I have to talk about this. The single greatest thing in anything Star Wars ever. Baby Yoda holding his hand up to force slightly less robotic Moss. And then he just falls, and Baby Yoda looks at his hand like, the fuck just happened?
Yes, that's the new GIF I want.
That is this. I have not laughed that hard in so long. I was crying so hard from laughing. Just the look on his face, he's like, what?
I was impressed that the Mando didn't kill him.
Yeah.
Stuck him in a.
Stuck them all in holding cell.
Stuck them all in the holding cell together.
Yeah, except for
he did kind of indirectly kill Bullock and other Twi'lek, Mr. Twi'lek.
Yeah, Mr. Twi'lek.
So you probably see
first
a
time
man
we've ever
Twi'lek.
seen him. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's first time we've ever seen.
No, I
Twi'lek.
guess Jabba. Jabba's like guy. He was a Twi'lek, wasn't he?
No, he was
one
a
that
little
like
floppy dude.
No, not the one that sat on his lap. Like his.
That was Princess Leia. That was definitely not a Twi'lek.
No, like the one in the robe that like greets Luke Skywalker at the door and then brings him in and presents him to
Was that a
to
Twi'lek?
Jabba. Yeah, he was a Twi'lek.
Okay.
He was a Twi'lek. So, but no.
Yeah.
Apparently, these Twi'leks are just the worst.
Though I don't think that was indirect. He knew what he was doing.
Oh no, he definitely left
He
the
knew
rebel
that
distress
they were
signal.
dying.
And
Yeah.
freaking X-wings.
Brilliant. Are those X-wings? They're launching a gunship.
A Bullock just runs off.
Like it's gonna do anything.
I can't remember his real name, but he was Bullock in the Nolan movies.
Yes, he was.
Because we got all the guest stars.
Yep, this is the one where we just got everybody.
So,
Oh my god, it's so brilliant.
delicious heist episode.
Oh my god! And we even got a Canto Bite call out too from episode 8.
Oh my gosh. did
Yeah.
we? Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, it looks
your
like a
looser- your-
Cantabite.
Yeah, it's lit up like a Canto Bite slot machine or something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Like Bill Burr, who has come out as saying that he's never watched Star Wars and doesn't like it, made all of the references in this episode
right.
to all the movies.
Oh my god. So where did he said plus Anakin Skywalker. Daryl said plus Anakin Skywalker.
What?
Yeah, Daryl said there's a whole bunch of people that CJ and Jazz are going to name plus Anakin Skywalker. I don't understand that one.
I don't know. You may have to play back the tape. I don't think I heard that, or maybe you misheard that.
No, dude, hold on.
Mandalorian Episode 6. The Mandalorian needs work and is hired to be part of a cameo-filled heist gang. You son of a bantha, I'm in. With a cast that includes a bunch of people CJ and Jared will name, and also Anakin Skywalker.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't get that reference. Daryl!
What do you mean?
What do you mean plus Anakin Skywalker?
There's no Anakin
No.
in this episode. That was the last one.
Yeah. Yeah, the Anakin wannabe was in the last one, unless you're talking about the one soldier dude. The one rebel dude.
I don't know. But this episode was
I don't
just
get that
absolute
reference, though.
perfection. Some of the best TV I've seen in a while.
For real.
As far as just fun. I mean, Mr. Robot's got like the high brow, like meaty, dark stuff. But this was just, I could watch this over and over.
For real.
Fan freaking tastic. And I'm so excited we're getting it early this week.
Oh, Matt Lanter was the New Republic soldier, and he was Anakin Skywalker in the Clone Wars.
Was he the guy, the human that wasn't supposed to be on board?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in the animated Clone Wars, I think it's the movie. Yeah, it's the movie. He was Anakin in the movie.
Cool.
See, Daryl, you're gonna answer my question, but I already answered it. So
good job.
I know. I don't think I've ever seen the Clone Wars animated movie.
I saw the movie. I never watched the show.
I watched a bunch of the show.
I didn't have access to it until it came to Netflix, and then it was gone. The movie's pretty terrible. I don't know if I can recommend it.
Okay.
But you know, you get little Ahsoka, and
which is the best part of the series.
And the flaming gay Hut.
Yes.
Zero the Hut, I think. So
probably. So before we wrap up and do everything, I do want to do a quick shout out. The first episode of the Harley Quinn animated series went semi-censored on YouTube for free on the Disney Universe YouTube channel. And it's what got me to subscribe for at least a month to Disney Universe. The Harley Quinn animated show is like all the best parts of Archer if they gave zero fucks.
I thought Archer already gave zero.
No, like zero, absolute zero, because they're not controlled by any kind of company. FX is very lenient, but no, like.
But Disney put this out?
No, DC.
Oh, okay.
I went
DC
in on the Disney Universe app.
So you're saying DC Universe, or are you saying Disney Universe?
I said DC Universe.
It really sounded like you were saying Disney Universe.
No, it's the one that they don't own yet.
Right.
Yet. Being the operative word there.
Right.
Just waiting for them to buy Time Warner and then be like, yep, now we own DC Comics too, because fuck you. Ha ha. But yeah, the Harley Quinn animated show is really, really funny and really, really good. Kaylee Cuoco from Big Bang Theory and the name of Poison Ivy escapes me. They went on record that they recorded all of their scenes and lines together in the same studio. And it shows with the way that those characters, apparently they had to redo a bunch of animation for that because those two were so adorable together that they had to make them actually like work with those characters. I mean, the first scene, literally 5 seconds into the thing, is saying, hey, fellow whites. Yes, whites, because it's a bunch of old white men on a boat. We gather here around this big pile of money that we gathered totally legally by doing our favorite pastime, fucking the poor. Is 1,000,000% not for kids. Zero, like -83% not for kids.
-83%. Interesting.
We would be -100%, but we have had no nudity yet. We have had very high sexual implications, but no nudity yet. I say yet because I'm sure it's going to happen. Harley's going to pop out her boobs at one point in this, or at least moon somebody. It's going to happen.
Sure.
I've also watched the first couple of episodes of Titans on there.
Mhm.
I like it. It's pretty good. It's dark. It's very dark. Like both tonally and visually. Like they need to put some color in that show. But it's good. It's a lot better than what I was expecting it to be. Then again, my expectations were set very low. So yeah, it's $7 a month, and if you're interested in watching some things, I recommend it. If not for anything else, but Harley Quinn and Titans, and also you get to read a bunch of DC comic books for free, including Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Sweet.
Ooh, all right, cool. Now that's over. Not sponsored, by the way, at all. I'm paying for it out of my own money. Go to patreon.com/geekio. If you want to email the show, head over to send an email to show@geek-io.net, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all of the places /geekio show. Just search Geek.io show and it'll give you a list of everything that we do. If you want to chat with us anytime, day or night, go over to geek-io.net/discord. If you want to give us a call and leave us a voicemail, 727-489-4335. That is 727-489-GEEK. Our website, which has all of our stuff and more, at geek-io.net, which I am going to go back to updating, especially in the first of the year. Again, we stream live twitch.tv/geekio show Mondays at 10 p.m. Eastern. And then you can support this stream and keep the lights on over at patreon.com/geekio, where you can get an ad-free master feed of all the stuff that we do. And of course, you can still have time to get those holiday gifts shipped to you before the deadline over at geek-io.net/Amazon, where a little bit comes back our way. Doesn't cost you any extra.
Cool.
Hey, Jazz.
Let me guess. You want me to talk about show title candidates?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I should probably go to the website and actually load it so that I can read them.
Probably, yeah.
Anyway, show titles for episode 111. I Can Grow a Neck Beard, Barney Cannavale, A Nice Adorable Despair Sandwich, Dog ASMR, 2.5 Luthers, Backdoor Batwoman, and A Lesbian Punches Hitler in the Face. Those kind of go together well.
Right?
The Best Babysitter in the Multiverse, Batman Special Dark, The Luthers and the Hatfields and the McCoys and the Kents, Cosmic Treadmill of Destiny, Sweet 90s Crushed Red Velvet Flash, She Wants the Mando, That's What Beskar Sounds Like When It's Hit from the Inside, Baby Cannavale, Amy Sudoku, All Heist Movies Are Better with X-Wings, and R2D2 Data Penis. Because, So many good ones.
There's some really good ones in there. I unabashedly love A Nice Adorable Despair Sandwich and 2.5
that one.
Luthors.
That one's really good.
All right. Nice Adorable Despair Sandwich.
A Nice Adorable Despair Sandwich.
All right, guys. We will not be seeing you again until until the beginning of next year. Because are we doing the one after the week of Christmas to do the Mr. Robot stuff?
I hadn't planned on it. I hadn't looked at that far ahead.
Because in 2 weeks we'll have all of our Mr. Robot. Okay. But it will also be the week of New Year's. I'm okay with holding off until the 6th. This is great things that we should discuss on the air.
Yeah. We'll discuss off air.
Yeah,
At
probably the
30th,
6th.
maybe I could pull off, but the 6th
Yeah,
for sure will be
let's
fine.
bank for the 6th, where we will be wrapping up Mr. Robot
And Mando.
and Mando, but no Crisis.
No, because it's not back yet.
Nope. So we'll have plenty of opportunity to discuss the sure weirdness of Mr. Robot and the gloriousness of the Mandalorian, and not much else. All right, guys, we love you. Be good to one another. Have a happy holiday, whatever you celebrate. If you don't celebrate anything, have a happy next Wednesday or happy next Tuesday. Wednesday?
Wednesday.
And have a great new year as well if we don't see you before then. Really quick, this will be up before then. I will be live streaming from 10:30 p.m. Eastern till 1:30 a.m. Eastern on New Year's Eve for the DiamondClub.tv streamathon, like we do every year, right here on twitch.tv/geekio show. Either we will be playing some board games with people here, including some of the Exploding Dice crew, or I'll be playing video games. I don't know which yet. Depends on plans. Woot. All right, guys. See you next year. We love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
You have been listening to a Geek.io Media Network LLC production. Would you like to convert that to pounds? Copyright 2019.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program. Diamond Club.
Oh, shut up, Jerry.
What?
No, not you. Sorry. Stop recording. Stop show. All right. I am going to go to bed.
Me too. I'm real tired.
So am I. All right.
And it's only Monday.